Hari Om, everyone.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru is the creator, Guru is the preserver, Guru is transformer, Guru is the absolute Lord himself. Salutations to that Sri Guru, the most auspicious, who removes the ignorance of samsara. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Beginning with Narayana through Adi Shankaracharya in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire of preceptors, beginning with Sadashiva through Adi Shankaracharya in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Om Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murtihi Puja Moolam Gurur Padam Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Moolam Gurur Krupa. The root of meditation is the form of the Guru. The root of worship is the feet of the Guru. The root of mantra is the word of the Guru. The root of liberation is the grace of the Guru. Shri Guru is the root of salvation. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om, the one pervading all three spaces, earth, space, and beyond. I meditate upon that divine light, the one who is source of light to the sun, and may that light awaken my intellect.
Thank you.
Hari Om Sarvananji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Shubhaji. Hari Om sir. Hari Om everyone.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Shubhakalaji. Hari Om Raviji.
Hari Om.
So,
is Ishaji with you? Is she not joining today also?
She might join in some time. Just waiting for her.
Okay, sure.
Sure.
Vijayji, do you want to do the meditation session today?
Yeah,
As
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So we begin with Dhyana, followed by what we call as Vichara, or Jnana, or contemplation. So it is through contemplation that fundamentally the doubts, questions, and any kind of wrong understanding can be removed. And the Dhyana prepares the mind. Dhyana is a practice through which you can prepare the mind to focus, to gain clarity. Because when the mind is focused on, let's say, a particular thought, then that can be given the full attention. Human mind has multiple powers. So let me just show you one quick model of the human mind. And based on that, we will understand little bit about what is Dhyana, and then we will get into a short practice for today. So let me just share my screen. So we all know we have a body and we have a mind. Now, what is mind? Mind is nothing but where we have this thinking, feeling, all our interpretation of life is happening through this instrument called mind. Can any one of you show me the mind? No one can. But do you know mind is there? Yes. How? By this thinking process. Or, you can do a very simple experiment. If you just close your eyes and, say, okay, let me go back to my childhood when I was 5 years old or 7 years old. Immediately, you transport back into your 7-year-old. You may start remembering the kind of the games you are playing, the kind of the, let's say, the food that you are eating. Various memories may come. Or if you put the question as, okay, let me go into a place called moon. Immediately you can kind of imagine going to moon. You can be there, maybe jumping up and down. So all these kinds of capabilities, which is like, going back into the future, going into the past, or even understanding what I am saying right now, all of this is happening through your instrument called mind. Which means that even the disturbances in your life are through the instrument called mind only. So when someone comes and says, you're very intelligent, you're very beautiful, you're very good looking, you're very smart, naturally there's a feeling of, oh, nice. And at the same time, if someone comes and says, you are very stupid, is this the way you dress up? You look very ugly. Such things can make you feel deflated. So it is mind that can make you feel up, or that can make you feel down. Is it really the mind that that makes you feel like that? So let's understand it through this simple model. So this is where Vedanta gives us a simple model of the mind. So in Vedanta, the outer body is called as Bahya Karana, outer instrument. The inner instrument, mind, is called as, mind is the English word, but the Sanskrit word is Antakarana, inner instrument. Instrument means that which helps you to operate. So it is the Antakarana which helps you to operate the Bahya Karana. Because whatever you do through your body, first you do it through your mind. If I ask you what is your name, you first think about your name and then it is vocalized. So like that, anything that you do outside first happens in your mind. So what are the parts of this Antakarana, or inner instrument? So Vedanta gives us about 4 distinct parts, 4 distinct functions of the inner instrument, Antakarana. And they are Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. So Mana is where all your sensations get reported. Your eyes are seeing, ears are hearing, nose is smelling. So like that, you have 5 senses, and the 5 senses report into your inner instrument through Mana. So that's the function of Mana. Simply like that's why, the picture you see, like a logistics van, it simply brings all the things. In the sensations, so when for example, seeing, how does seeing happen? Light falls on your eyes and on your eyeball, and there is a portion where the light is concentrated, and as the light is concentrated, it excites the cells there, and that generates small electrical impulses which get carried through optical nerve to your brain, and from there, through the magic of the mystery of the universe, comes into your mind. So what comes into your mind? Ultimately, some kind of a sensation. That is the way, all your 5 senses work. So whatever you call as outside world, all the outside world, through these 5 senses only, has always come into your mind. You've not seen anything outside of this. You always experience the outside world through these 5 senses, through the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. And when you are in contact with any of the object of the outside world, then all of these come into you as sensation. So that is the function of the Mana, sensation. So the sensations are brought. Now the sensations are purely sensations. There is no meaning in the sensation. When you touch an object, the sensation simply comes. When you see an object, sensation simply comes. So sensations do not have any kind of a meaning. Then what happens? Then within your inner instrument, you have a large memory bank.
And sensations have no color also.
Sensations have no colors also. Sensations are simply sensations. Okay, so it's in your memory bank, which is the Chitta, which is like a dictionary, is where all your interpretations are. So for example, what is the object I'm showing to you now? If I ask you that question, if you have this in your memory bank, you'll immediately say, oh, it looks like a mobile. It's a mobile, you'll say. What is this object? Oh, this looks like a book. How are you answering? Because it's in your Chitta, in your memory bank. If this is not in your memory bank, you will simply remain silent. If I ask you, have you gone to a place called Katapu? So maybe there is a Katapu, or maybe you don't know there is a place called Katapu. So you will simply remain silent. I don't know. So when it is in your Chitta, for the sensation that comes, you connect it to your memory bank, and then your intellect, your buddhi. So that's why you see your buddhi here as a person holding a right and a wrong. It's your buddhi that makes a decision. Yeah, I know Katapu. Oh, I don't know Katapu. Oh, I know this smell. I don't know this smell. So then it also adds based on who you think you are. We will understand this in elaborate detail in further sessions. There is a very particular or important thought called as I thought. You know who I am, aham. So this I thought, depending upon the I thought, then the intellect picks certain ideas from your Chitta. Oh, I like this smell. I don't like this smell. Otherwise, smell is smell. Smell is simply a sensation. And depending upon your Chitta that is in your memory, there is a certain characteristics that are picked up. But when your buddhi is deciding, it picks up the particular idea or a particular thought called I thought. And based on the I thought, it uses the information in the mind and says it. I like it. I don't like it. I want it. I don't want it. Oh, this is nice. This is not nice. This is good. This is bad. So this is how our inner instrument constantly is functioning. This,
So,
yeah, Sarvanji.
so that likes and dislikes, it looks like does it come from the past, or like some past vasanas, which is what carry over? Because if you see someone, even at kids level, they may say, I like this, I don't like this, but we didn't, like, they have not gone through any experience in this.
So usually they have, so for example, how do they start creating liking or disliking?
Mm,
So there is an initial experience. So imagine, for example, for the very first time, you had to eat neem leaf. Okay. So you did not know what is neem leaf. You just took the neem leaf and it has a very bitter taste.
mm.
So it registers as a bitter taste. Now you have a tendency to avoid, like. So there is a certain biological program also. See,
Yeah, there is
biologically
something.
also there is a tendency, because the body also has its own intelligence. Very bitter thing may be harmful for the body. So body generates certain feelings, and based on that, you now register, oh, bitter, avoid. So like that, it can start off with the first experience. And sometimes you are carrying impressions from your past experiences.
Yeah, I'm not like, not about those common things, but like there are certain things like let's take a sweet, and like some like it and some don't like it.
Yeah. So
So there has to be something.
don't like it unless it is predisposed opinion. Maybe they have heard somewhere that this sweet has lot of milk.
I want to go back to the childhood because the adults, yeah, a lot of things get mixed up.
Yeah.
Right? But as the child growing up, so as the child likes a chocolate, another.
Sorry, Sarvanji, I don't know whether it is my internet connection, but your question broke up. Can you repeat?
Yeah, so I want to go back to the childhood, not the adults, because definitely adults mix up with all the knowledge they gain. But for a child, where like a child is not making a decision with the knowledge it's gaining, whether it's coming very naturally. One child may like a chocolate, another may not like.
Okay, let me answer that, but first let me switch my network connection. Am I audible? Am I audible, Sarvanji?
Yes.
Okay. See, even in a child, like I mentioned, unless there is an experience which is already registered in the chitta, there cannot be a decision.
Yes.
So, if
what creates a different experience in two different children? Okay, one liked it, another didn't like it.
Again, that is what is called as the samskara. See, for example,
asana.
There are. It's not like someone is starting with a fresh mind. There are predispositions. So that samskara itself has come from lives and lives of living. So those samskaras are deep rooted, and based on that, a certain thing gets triggered. So anyway, we will go into all these as we go further. But the fundamental thing to understand for today's session is like this. These are the four parts: mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, and it is the ego which uses the buddhi and references the chitta to make decisions on the information coming in or the sensations coming in through the mana. So how you use the information in the sensation, there is no bias. Sensation is simply sensation, but the biases creep in depending upon the interplay of the aham, how the aham wants to use the buddhi. I like it, I don't like it, I want it, I don't want it. So this is what causes all the ups and downs in our day-to-day life. This is what causes all the issues in our life. So we want to gravitate more and more towards like. We want to gravitate away from what we say as I don't like. So therefore, Dhyana. One of the way to look at Dhyana, you and I kind of people, all of us here, none of us do a rigorous physical work, but we get tired by end of the day. It is because of this way of inner instrument usage. We're constantly using it to make judgments. Yeah. So we need to judge some situations. I'm driving. Should I take a right turn, left turn? Or, there is a person coming in front of me. Should I stop the car or the vehicle or honk? So we need to constantly judge. So there are certain functional judgments that we need to make, but there are some certain life situation judgments we need to make. Is this a good decision I'm taking for my life? Now, there is a particular, let's say, email that has come from maybe, let's say, a customer. Let's say you're working in some project and a customer has sent an email. So, and the customer has used some harsh words, or maybe it is related to your life. Let's say maybe your mother-in-law or somebody has said something, or there is a news that, you have lost some property. So all these also are different situations of life that come in front of you, for which also you need to act. You need to respond. So when you're responding, the general tendency of the mind is to get connected to the me thought, the I thought, and to use that situation to go deeper into, what will happen to me, kind of a thinking process. Imagine there is a news that, some money is lost. Some money that was due to you is lost. Suddenly the mind can go into, what will happen to me? Oh, this is so bad. How I could have lost it? How I can gain it back? If let's say it was a person who had taken loan from you and is saying that I'm in no position to pay you back, you start becoming so tense or so agitated. So the situation has no problem. Situation is a simple situation. It has come into you as a sensation. But the way you are thinking about it is where all the ups and downs of the life is. So one of the simplest way to look at Dhyana is to rest this mind. So we rest this mind when we go to sleep. We also rest this mind sometimes, through other activities, such as, alcohol and other drinking. But the difference is that resting the mind when you're sleeping is an unconscious resting. You, the owner, you are not awake and aware. You are not conscious. And even when you're drunk, you're not conscious. You are totally unconscious. So it may feel like a rest. It may relax. But the fundamental aspect of what is causing that unrest has not been removed. So therefore, one of the simplest way to look at Dhyana is conscious resting of the mind. Conscious means what? You, the owner, you're awake and you're totally aware. But you are resting the mind. Unlike the sleeping or unlike the drinking or some medications, you're conscious, you're wide awake, but you rest the mind. So that's the idea of meditation that we will pick today. As we go further, we will understand other dimensions of meditation. So meditation has several dimensions, but this is, for today, the simplest idea of meditation that we can pick up. So how do you rest the mind? Now the idea is very, very simple. The mind always needs something to operate on. So right now, the mind is operating on the sounds I am making. Your minds are right now interpreting and understanding and synthesizing and maybe looking at your own memory bank and connecting to it, or maybe some questions or maybe some statements. So all this is happening already. How? Through whatever I am saying. So your mind is always very active. It is always very active. It always needs something to feed on. The mind operates because there is something to feed on, and there is always something to feed on. And during this practice today, what we will be doing is we will give the mind to feed on something which is having no particular shape or form. And what is that? We will be requesting the mind to look at your breathing. So your breath, how do you know you're breathing? When you breathe in or when you breathe out, you feel a sensation in your nose. That is the only indication that you have to know that you're breathing. Otherwise, nobody has seen the breath. Nobody has seen what we call as a breath. Are you breathing? We hold this and we feel some sensation of touch. Oh, there is a breath happening. Otherwise, there is no other indication to know about breath. So it's a sensation that you feel. When the air is moving through your nose, you feel some sensation. So today, we will make friendship with our mind. See, one of the way to work and to master the mind is not to treat the mind as a problem. So when we say that, okay, all these ups and downs of life are happening because of the mind, then one of the tendency can be, okay, let's reject the mind. Let's say, okay, let's drop the mind. But it's not something that you can drop just like that. It's not a shirt that you're wearing so that you can remove it and burn it away. So the simplest idea, therefore, is to make friendship with the mind. Your mind is like a small baby. So in our today's meditation, we will treat the mind like a small baby. When a small baby is upset, or when the small baby is throwing a lot of tantrums, what is that you do? You cajole the baby. You don't hit the baby. If a small baby is crying, if you hit the baby, it will cry more. So what do? You simply cajole the baby. You give the baby something so that, it is focusing on that. So that is the idea that we picked today. So I'll be giving you certain instructions and you simply have to follow those instructions. And that is how we will practice our today's meditation. But before we jump into that, in whatever that has been discussed with you so far, are there any questions? Anything that you want to ask? Excellent. If there are no questions or there is nothing to ask, then let's get into the practice. So how do you do the meditation? You can sit comfortably, but with your spine erect. Okay. So you may have seen various postures of meditation, like some people may be sitting in Padmasana and all that. Whereas it is very important that you are comfortable. Your body should not become a hindrance for meditation. If you're very comfortable sitting in Padmasana and doing meditation, wonderful, very nice if you practice that. Otherwise, if you've not practiced that, simply sitting in what is called as chairasana. What is chairasana? Wherever you're sitting, but being very comfortable. Yeah? But not so comfortable that you go to sleep. You have to ensure that your mind is not falling asleep. You are not falling asleep. It is very important. You have to be awake and aware. So first thing is simply sit comfortably on the chair with your spine erect. That is the first thing. And you have to bring your legs together. Yeah, bring your legs together. Or you can even cross your legs. Because meditation or dhyana is a time when you are journeying inwards. See, when you have to receive more information, you expand. So for example, you go to a seashore and you want to experience the breeze, you kind of naturally expand yourself. You open your arms and open your body, and then you want to experience more and more of that breeze. Whereas meditation is a time when you are going inward. So you contract. So you bring your legs together. Then your hands, you can keep like this, one over the other, comfortably on your lap. Or simply you can hold Chin Mudra. Remember our Jnana Mudra that Krishna has taught, Chin Mudra, and keep the palms facing up. Whichever that makes you feel very comfortable. The important thing is you have to be very comfortable in sitting that way. And then, of course, as I said, I'll be giving you certain suggestions. And I will be stopping giving the suggestions after some time. And you will be following whatever that you will be doing. And after a while, I'll once again bring you back from the dhyana. And that's how the dhyana will be. All right. Let's begin. So first of all of you, please sit comfortably with your spine erect. And please cross your legs. Keep your hands comfortably on your thighs. Either your left hand down and right hand up, or your palms facing up in Chin Mudra, whichever feels comfortable to you. Keep your spine erect. Slightly bend your head backwards. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Become aware of the sounds outside. Become aware of the sounds outside. There may be people speaking. There may be some vehicles moving. There may be different machines in wherever you are sitting. There may be sounds from different machines. There may be birds chirping. There may be sound of the wind. Become aware of the sounds outside. Notice there is always something happening in the world. And with every happening, there is a sound associated. Wherever you go, there is always something happening in the world. You go to a place called a seashore, something is happening there also. Or you go to a deep jungle, there is always something happening. Or even at the top of a mountain. And with every happening, there is a sound associated. For now, gently tell your mind, let the world go on. Let whatever that is happening, let it go on. Then your mind may ask you, then what shall I do? Let us give a very simple task to the mind. Tell the mind to notice the breath at the tip of your nose. If you are not able to feel the breath, you inhale and exhale with a little force once or twice. Once you feel the breath at the tip of your nose, gently tell the mind to notice the breath as you inhale. As you inhale, notice the breath rising up from the tip of your nose, moving through your nostrils, then through your neck, into your lungs. And then notice how the air moves out from your lungs through the nostrils, out again. Notice the inhalation and the exhalation. As you're noticing the breath, your inhalation and exhalation, if any other thoughts occur in your mind, your mind may go into your life. It may bring a thought related to your life about what you need to do after this session, what's been done yesterday, what you may have to do tomorrow. Related to your life, various thoughts may be there. If any such thoughts occur, simply tell your mind to let it be. And once again, bring your mind back to noticing your breath. Simply notice your inhalation and exhalation. sometimes your mind may drift away. Don't worry. Once when you become aware of that, simply tell the mind, let it be, and bring it back once again to simply watch the breath. As you're watching, you may feel a certain emptiness or an open space within you. Just be in that. in some time now, I'll be guiding you back from the state you are in. I'll tell you when. The state you are in now, your mind is like a clean whiteboard. Let us write the most meaningful sentences for your life on this clean whiteboard. First of all, see yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, energetic, courageous, truthful being who brings out the best qualities from within and helps the others around to bring out their inner best. See your immediate family members, husband, wife, children, parents, in-laws. See them all happy, healthy, and peaceful. See your other relatives, brothers, sisters, your neighbors, friends. See them all happy, healthy, and peaceful. See all the known people to you, see them all happy, healthy, and peaceful. At this point of time, in your mind, there may be feeling of anger, irritation due to what someone has done to you. Or due to what you have done to them. If it is due to someone's actions, forgive them from your heart. If these feelings are due to your actions, seek forgiveness from the heart. See them also happy, healthy, and peaceful. Now see all the people in the world, whether you know them or not. See all of them happy, healthy, and peaceful. Now see all the beings, birds, animals, plants, river, mountain, stars, galaxies. See this entire existence happy, healthy, and peaceful. Once again, see yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, energetic, courageous, wonderful being functioning in this divine existence and bringing out the best qualities from within. Gently become aware of your breath again. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your surroundings. Gently scrub your palms together. Give warmth to your eyes. Let us offer our respects and gratitude to all the Atmajyotis who are here today. And gently open your eyes. All right. I hope you felt a little relaxed, silent. Any particular experiences or anything that you want to share? How was it for Krishna?
I'm still coming out of it.
Okay,
Not completely come slowly.
wonderful. Was it relaxing?
Yeah, there were too many thoughts. Like even when I was coming back from thoughts to again to the breath. Like there were multiple iteration happened, and after a few times, like I was able to like point it to the breath, and then like going into deeper to then the way the instruction wise, and then it was like slightly calming slowly. So
Excellent, excellent.
that's how I felt like kind of calmness and little clarity coming up.
Wonderful, very nice. It's like as if you're awake, as if you're dreaming, kind of like in between, isn't it?
Yes, I couldn't name the right word.
Yeah,
It was some, but it was some state like where I could like go through that and like differentiate and the senses, and then through the breathe, and now it is quite calm.
very nice.
Though there is a lot of sounds coming out,
Yes,
and TV sounds are coming, outside vehicle sound.
yeah,
Now it's better.
excellent. How was it for Ravi sir?
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I was a little distracted, so I think on and off.
Hmm.
And I think I might need some more practice then.
Hmm.
Probably I've been doing on and off Isha Kriya,
Hmm.
but then again, not all the time I can give in 100%. I have like too many thoughts running, crossing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Even now, I was distracted.
Which is okay. So the idea
Yeah.
that we have picked up here is when the thoughts come, you're not interacting with them. You gently tell your mind to let it be. Let the thoughts come and go. But you are not interacting with them.
Maybe I'm interacting. I feel, yeah. Maybe I'm giving heed to it.
Yeah. It is like somebody is knocking on your door. When will they come in and start interacting with you? Only when you open the door and let them in.
True.
But could you feel a little relaxation?
Yeah. I mean, yes, to a certain extent.
Sure. How was it for?
Maybe I should try do practicing it almost like at least a week, and then probably I'm sure it should make a huge difference.
Definitely. That's what I was going to say next
Mhm.
after listening to others also.
Sure.
Any other thoughts, Ravi sir?
Not really, sir. I mean, maybe once after you complete, then we can talk.
Yeah. Meenakshi ji?
हाँ सर, थोड़ा रिलैक्स हो रहा है, लेकिन थॉट्स आ रहे हैं मुझे भी, कभी नींद भी आ रहा है.
So again, you need to bring yourself back.
ब्रेथ पे कंसंट्रेशन कर रही हूँ. Little bit relaxing, sir.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Rajshekhar sir, how was it for you?
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't do the meditation. Since I have to leave for the school now. I was getting ready. However, I was listening to the instructions, and I didn't do the meditation. I echo all the instructions which were given. I can relate to the meditation where we can go much closer within yourself, and then calm yourself. And also, I like in the end the instruction which you gave of forgiving self and forgiving others. That definitely helps us in releasing all the emotions we might be carrying, and then that will help us go much more deeper within self. However, this particular one, I'll go back to the video and then do the meditation again.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Excellent. Anyone else likes to share? Rupa ji or Padma ji or Sarvan ji, Shilpakala ji, anything more to share? If not,
It was good.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, Sarvan ji, you want to say something?
No, it was good.
Okay. So, any idea how long we did it? Anybody noticed how long we did it?
Around
would say
20
like-
minutes, sir.
Huh?
Around 20 minutes.
I have no idea.
So,
No, I'm also guessing.
okay.
Maybe 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So apart from the initial instructions, right? Before I said, okay, now please sit straight. Before I said that, and I asked you to close your eyes. So before that, we spent about some 30 minutes discussing, 25 to 30 minutes. The meditation itself, what you practiced as meditation was for roughly about 25, 27 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also went through all the things that people said here. At times there were thoughts, but at times,
Yeah.
and I remember maybe, I don't know, maybe for a minute, I dozed off, came back. But yeah, it was very deep.
Excellent.
20 plus is a
It
long
was
time.
nice, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is important, that you do this practice on your own. It is very important that you do this on your own. And you can do this at least twice or thrice a day. And you do this in a particular time that you can keep as a practice time. That way it will become a regular habit. And it is important that you do it in a place where it is clean, and also preferably if you have also become clean, then it will be even better. And do this before having any heavy meals. That's the only suggestion. Because after the heavy meal, of course, you'll really doze off. Yeah, so that's the only suggestion. Otherwise, there are no other restrictions. So please practice on your own. And then in our next session, we can understand how it was. There are so many things to discuss about meditation. It'll all become overwhelming in one day itself. We'll also go into other dimensions slowly. But let's stabilize on one thing. Today, because we had to give a little introduction and then the practice, it took a little longer. From next session, we'll practice the same meditation for a few more sessions. Then it will be directly, we'll be starting with the practice. Yeah, so it will be we will be doing it here, but it will be important that you have done it on your own. And in your next session, you can share when you're doing it on your own. Are you feeling any difference? How is it? What time you have picked up? Yeah, so like that, let's understand a little more. All right. Are there any questions? If there are no questions, yeah, Krishna.
During this practice, you were instructing us we're able to come back, but I don't think so. Personally, I'm feeling like when to come back, that because I was not aware of the time itself.
Sure. So you can for the timing, you can use this video anyway. When we share this video, it will have that segment, right? For this practice, you can use this. And as we go on, later, we will also introduce many other guided meditations, some of which Prabhuji has also given. So we'll go into them also. So you can use this as an initial guidance. However, the power of your mind is such that you can kind of suggest your mind. I want to be able to do this for next 25 minutes. Okay. And see how your mind helps you to come back. Do experiments like that.
Got it.
Yeah. So first is you can use the guided meditation. However, I would always recommend that you use your own mind and put that idea in your mind that I want to do this for 25 minutes and see how your mind helps you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Saranji, I apologize. I took longer. It's almost like 7:40. Because without the introduction, practice sometimes may not be effective. So I had to give some time for that.
Yeah. So we will move into the Gita Dhyana.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go to the 6th shloka. Yeah. So this is the shloka. I will chant it once, and then we can move to the next If someone wants to chant, you can continue. And then we'll go into the contemplation. So the way it goes is Bhishma Drona Thata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwattama Vikarna Gora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandavairananadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha. Let me repeat it once more. Bhishma Drona Tata Jayatrata Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwattama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandavairananadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha. Anyone wants to go after this? Meenakshi ji, Krishna ji.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. Sure. You will follow me?
Yeah.
Bhishma Drona Tata.
Bhishma Drona Thata.
Bhishma Drona Tata.
Bhishma Drona Thata.
Jayadratha Jala.
Jayatrata Jala.
Gandhara Nilotpala.
Gandhara Nilopala.
So we'll repeat it again.
Yeah.
Bhishma Drona Tata.
Bhishma Drona Thata.
Jayadratha Jala.
Jayatrata Jala.
Gandhara Nilotpala.
Gandhara Nilopala.
Shalyagrahavati
Shalyagrahavate.
Kripena Vahani
Kripena Vahani.
Karnena Velakula
Karnena Velakula.
Ashwattama
Ashwattama.
Ashwattama
Ashwattama.
Vikarna
Vikarna.
Ghora Makara
Gora Makara.
Duryodhana
Duryodhana.
Vartini
Vartini.
Sothirna
Sotirna.
Khalu Pandavai
Kalu Pandavai.
Rananadi
Rananadi.
Kaivartaka
Kaivartaka.
Keshavaha.
Keshavaha.
Do you want to say it by yourself now fully? Can you try?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadartha Jala Gandhara
Jayadratha Jala
Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala
Yep. Shalya
Shalyagravate
Grahavati
Shalyagravate
Grahavati
Kripe Gravate
Grahavati
Grahavati Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Vilakula
Velakula.
Karnena Velakula
Good.
Ashwatthama Vikarna
Ashwattama Vikarna
Karna Ashwatthama Vikarna Gora
Makara
Makaram Gora Makara
Ghora Makara
Makara Gora Makara Duryodhanavartini.
Yeah.
Sutirna
Sotirna
Kalu Pandavai.
yeah.
Rananadi.
Rananadi
Rananadir. Kaivartaka Keshavaha.
Keshavaha. The two dots
Keshavaha.
is ha. We finish it like ha. Keshavaha.
Keshavaha.
Yeah. Kaivartaka Keshavaha.
Kaivartaha Keshavaha.
Yeah. So the two dots at the end, when it's the last one, we finish with ha. Keshavaha. But when it comes in the if it's not the last word, then like it is Kaivartaka, not fully ha. Right? But
Yeah.
the last if it comes, then Keshavaha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Meenakshi ji, do you want to go?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you want to try or?
I will try, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
What's the meaning? I have to repeat again.
You can chant if you want, or you can go into the meaning directly also.
Okay, sir. Bhishma Drona Thata Jayadrata Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalya Grahavati Krupena Vahani Karnaina Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Kalu Pandavai Rananadi Kaivartakaha Keshavaha.
Very nice. Yeah. Maybe you can also read the meaning, the word meaning.
The battle river Kurukshetra, the Bhishma Drona as two banks, Jayadratha as the water, Shekuni, king of Gandhara, as the blue water lily, Shalya the crocodile, Kripa the current, Karna the mighty wave, Ashwadhama and Vikarna as the dangerous alligators, and Duryodhana the whirlpool was crossed by the Pandavas because they had Krishna as their ferryman. इसमें मुझे समझ में आया एक्चुअली जो रिवर में जो वाटर हो वेव हो उसका जो नाम से कनेक्ट किया है जयद्रथा वाज वाटर शकुनी वाज ब्लू लोटस शल्य वाज क्रोकोडाइल कृपा वाज द टाइड कर्णा वाज द माइटी वेव अश्वत्थामा एंड विकर्णा वाज डेंजरस एलिगेटर्स दुर्योधना वाज व्हर्लपूल पांडवा अब इन सब से पांडवास को कुछ ना कुछ रिलेशन है या अच्छा हो या बुरा हो
ओके
कुछ ना कुछ रिलेशन है
ओके
इन सब का पहला बैंक ऑफ द रिवर कौन है भीष्मा द्रोणा
ओके
अर्जुन इन दोनों से और ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं पांडवा सॉरी भीष्मा द्रोणा से ये रिवर क्रॉस कर मतलब कुरुक्षेत्र का रिवर क्रॉस करना है तो पहले इनका भीष्मा द्रोणा डिफीट करना है बट अर्जुन वाज टू इमोशनल वो इमोशंस को भवबंधालु त्यागना है उसके बाद ही वो युद्ध कर सकते हैं अदरवाइज वो नहीं कर सकते जो मुझे समझ में आया मैं वो बोल रही हूँ
ओके
और उसके लिए कृष्णा का हेल्प लिया कृष्णा से हेल्प लिया कि मुझे ये भवबंधाल से मुक्त करवाओ और युद्ध करने के लिए मुझे हेल्प कीजिए तो कृष्णा का बोट में ये पूरा नदी को वो पार करेगा इतना तो मुझे आइडिया समझ में आया
वेरी नाइस थैंक यू एंड Rajshekhar ji or Ravi ji, do you want to share your view? Ravi ji or Krishna ji? Yeah, Ravi ji.
I think, yeah, as Meenakshi ji mentioned, it's more of probably with the help of Krishna, you are crossing all your battles, you know, I mean, if we take it in our personal life, day to day,
Mhm.
a lot of battles we are fighting,
Mhm.
and probably with the guidance of Krishna, we can, when he is our captain, so I think we are able to cross all the hurdles and move on and move ahead.
Okay. Yeah, good interpretation. We need to see how, right?
Yeah.
Arjun had Krishna physically with him. Like what happens to us?
I mean, probably we are imagining that he is with us,
Mhm.
and with his guidance, he has laid down certain ways of life which will help us relate to this whole thing and whole episode, and then which will help us move on. I mean, as in like help
Mhm.
ourselves with probably, I would not say with, you know, the learning of this shloka will help us, you know, it reminds us that Krishna is with us.
Mhm. Mhm. So, is this idea coming to you as you read this sloka now, or even before this sloka?
No. Now after reading
Now.
it.
So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we read in Sanskrit, nothing we understand, but
Mhm.
because of the English translation, yeah, probably we
Mhm.
understand.
Mhm. Mhm. So how will you apply then? So will you think, as you said, assume that Krishna is with you?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
Mhm.
he's guided us. For example, these are the issues. You know,
Mhm.
I'm just considering these are everyday issues we face. You know, put it across like in form of a you know, a whirlpool, or all these are like rock our boat and, you know, kill us or take us down. And, you know, in realistic sense, when it's not easy,
Mhm.
it's a, and yeah, fear of crocodile you know, I could relate it to what I have done as a child, you know,
Mhm.
when I tried to without anybody's help, and then I got stuck, and, you know, I could relate directly.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then, you know, something on those lines, I could it
Mhm.
I can directly relate it to what I went through at that situation.
Mhm.
I was not sure whether I'll survive and reach the other side of the river.
Mhm.
I was not sure, but I probably back then, yeah, I was not aware. We know we can cross if we believe and if we follow directions, or something like this verse.
Mhm. Yeah. So you use the word believe and follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Yeah. Krishnaji, thanks, Raviji. Krishnaji, do you want to add?
My interpretation of was like in any situation in one's life. I mean, personally, how I interpreted is there are situations like which is not favor during the path to the journey of any goals or something, like wherever we go. There is always one mind which says there are many distractions and very discomforts during the path, but there is always one thought says there is a possibility and we can go through that.
Mhm.
So I see Krishna as like who is the enabler or a kind of a mentor going crossing these distractions and going to the path where we want to go, reach the destination. So
Mhm.
that way I interpret it. Uh, to the path, like there are many things which we would not expect, but there is always a possibility, and there is one thought process or a mentor kind of thing in ourselves says we can go through that. Instead of by ignoring this, or there is always a way when we step in first and go through. That's how I interpret it for my personally,
Mhm.
given my situations. Yeah.
So you feel that Krishna is guiding you always with one thought.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of mentor. I mean, yeah.
Uh-huh. Sorry.
Yeah, mentor, like kind of a mentor. I don't know the right word. So
Uh-huh.
it's like modern words like mentor who is always guiding us and
Mm.
takes us through the process.
Mm.
Even though it is inside me,
Mm.
but again multiple thoughts comes in, like why this, and some given the situation it's not possible for me, and those kind of things. But there is also a thought which says like we can go through this journey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the positive attitude, I see it as a Krishna.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying like you get an intuition in
Yeah,
a situation and you do it. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And do you feel that you suffer uh, irrespective of, so you got a thought, you did it, and then like do you feel like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work?
Yeah.
So what
Yes.
happens then?
uh, yeah, that time
You just move
again
on.
that process says again intuition, like there is a way
There's a
to
way.
do again. The way which I tried is not working out. There is a way to do that again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll see. We'll come back to your
yeah.
pointers. Rashekar, do you want to add? Or are you in a
There's
push?
nothing more whatever they said, sir, now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear clearly.
So, like, nothing more from my side for now, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So then I will give my view. Again, very similar to the last week. I see this sloka also in three different planes. Adi Bhautika, from the historical point of view, a war happened, and these were the people who were there in the war fighting. It can be a simple narration of what happened in history, right? It just says that these are the people who fought, and with help of Krishna, Pandavas were able to get across, right? Again, then Devika, Adi Devika level, we believe in Krishna, our God, who will take care of dharma and who will help the human beings. So we pray, right? Adhyatmika is where again, what is the meaning that is there for me, right? if I start going into it, you can go very deep, and like you can get a lot of insights from the shloka again. Right? So if you know these characters, they were all like very mighty warriors, Bhishma, Drona. You cannot win them just like that. Okay. Same way, Jayadratha and Shalya. So it's like the analogy given is Arjuna has entered this river, and after a while he sees that there is danger on this side, that side. He cannot jump out on either banks. Okay, and he cannot jump into the water. The water is also like they are compared to. I'll put, where did it go? So. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, you can see it, right? So, again, so he cannot jump into the water. There is danger there, and there are crocodiles, and you see that alligators, and then like there looks a beautiful blue lotus. It attracts, but then you know that it's going to trap. So there is danger everywhere, right? And like he's confused right now, right? Very similar. We all go very similar to this situation. We all go through it every day. There are so many dangers. We get pulled left, right, and it's like there are arrows being shot at us. We need to attend to work. We need to attend to home. We need to attend to children. There's work related, health related, so many things. And like at the end, what happens? Like it can lead to confusion. Okay, what should I do? How can I manage? Why is it like why is life like this, right? So that is the confusion, that is the situation a jiva gets into. And first what happens, the Arjuna is trying to fight by himself, and that's when it gets more complex. Okay, and then he gives up, saying that okay, I am confused, I cannot fight properly. And then he turns to Krishna and say, okay, now please guide me. I will surrender. I'm surrendering to you, and I want you to guide me, right? And that is when like he gets the clarity through jnana, right? Krishna gives the right knowledge, and with the right knowledge, he is able to fight, and the Pandavas are able to cross this dangerous river and come out successfully. Right? Now the question is, yes, I also go through all these things, and how do I cross this samsara, this life successfully, right? How can I have Krishna with me? Right? And the message is we can have Krishna in us as a knowledge of Gita, right, in our intellect. Once we go through this Gita and contemplate, that knowledge is where like Krishna resides for us in our intellect. Because as Vijayji showed, we make all the decisions with the inner instrument, with the brain, with the intellect, right? When there is right knowledge, we will be able to make right decisions, and the right decisions will basically help us to reach the right destination. Right? So that's how I see the meaning for this sloka. Any questions from my interpretation? Yeah, or I will hand over to Vijayji. You have any comments?
So I would like to just add a couple of more points, Sarvanji.
Okay.
Like Sarvanji said, the adhyatma or the inner interpretation is more important, because the historical interpretation, did it happen or not, is not going to help your life. It's not going to help any one of our life. And Adidaivika, until we have certain deeper connection, is also many a times is a matter of simple belief.
Belief, right? Yeah.
So therefore, keeping the focus on Adhyatmika, what does it mean to me? So one of the way to look at Pandavas is, Pandavas are our 5 senses. And this Ratha, this body, is like the boat. And where is this boat traveling? In this place called world or samsara. The word samsara, see here, this is very important to understand. So the word samsara that is used here, what does it mean? The word samsara means that which is constantly changing is samsara. Samyak sarati iti samsaraha is the interpretation of that word. That which is constantly changing is samsara. What is constantly changing in our life? When you look around, any situation of life, the outside sceneries, they're constantly changing. The birds are moving, wind is moving, plants are growing, people around us are talking, moving, they're growing up, changing. Similarly, your own body is constantly changing. You were a little child once, now you're grown up. Your life situations are changing, which you are seeing through your mind. You had to pass only the first grade, very easy. Then came the 10th grade. Then came the engineering. Then came, I have to get a job. So various situations of life, they're all constantly changing. So what is samsara then? That which is constantly changing. So what is constantly changing? Everything is constantly changing. In and around you, when you notice, everything is changing. And that is what we said in the beginning of our meditation today. Become aware of the sounds. And we said, there is always something going on in the world. There's always something going on. And with everything that is going on, there's always a sound associated. But as you went into the depth of the meditation, you were able to let the sound go on, but be by yourself. Watch the breath. As you are watching the breath, and as you are saying, okay, let it be to your thought process, and as you are not interacting with your thought process, for a moment, you would have felt relaxed by just being yourself. So, this is also Krishnatva. Being by yourself is Krishnatva. Because that sense of relaxation, that sense of peace did not come from the sounds that you are hearing, or did not come from the thoughts you are thinking. It was there, you just recognized it, you just felt it. When you are saying let it be to all your thoughts, and for a moment you felt totally relaxed, where was that relaxation? Did you get it from the words that were coming to you, or the sounds that were coming to you? Did I give it to you? No. It was there already within you. You just simply were not noticing that because you are so busy with the thoughts. So that is also Krishnatva. So interpreting it like the Pandavas has 5 senses, and Kaivartaka Keshava. Keshava is the boatsman who is carrying you. Who is carrying you? That is your own true nature as Krishna. Then that Krishna, when he is simply learning to watch, then the situation of life you are able to handle easily. You are able to notice how there are all these great challenges in life. But you are now safely in the boat, safely being ferried by Krishna. The knowledge that Krishna gives in how to lead life. So this knowledge that we use today, Dhyana, is also Krishna's Dhyana only. As you go into Bhagavad Gita, there is a chapter called Dhyana Yoga. That is the 6th chapter. So after giving us certain preparations, he takes us into Dhyana Yoga. So Sri Krishna teaches there that learning to do meditation or dhyana is a very important step in the life of a sadhaka who wants to realize the totality, who wants to become free from this suffering, who wants to sail safely in this river called samsara. So dhyana is also Krishna's knowledge only, or jnana, and he is also going to teach us how to live life. Even when I'm doing some activity, how to do that activity in the same way as you felt during your meditation, which is totally relaxed. How to live life in a relaxed way. There may be so many situations, so many alligators, so many hallucinations. Blue lily is a hallucinatory plant, they say. Shakuni in Mahabharata is very cunning. He is with you, he is talking nicely, but he is always scheming something. So blue lily is that kind of hallucinatory, like a alcohol. It kind of drifts you away. So like that, all these kinds of situations are there, temptations are there in life. So the interpretation that, the 5 senses are like the Pandavas, and Krishna is situated in the intellect. Meaning, Krishna's jnana, Krishna's wisdom is deeply embedded in my mind. Then this boat, meaning your life is like a smooth sailing. Then you'll be able to cross over. That's one another very important. So you see, they could cross over. So crossing from where to where? Crossing from a bank where they had a lot of suffering to a bank where there is no more any suffering. From a place called, oh, I am bound, to a place called, I am at home. I am free. I'm liberated. Because each one of us inherently wants to be free from suffering. So there is a place called suffering, and there is a place indeed where there is no suffering. Not in a physical sense. Where is that place? That is the whole journey. And that is the whole wisdom of Krishna. And that is what this wonderful shloka is helping us realize. Yes, Sarunji. Does anyone have any questions to ask or anything to share? Please do so.
Vijayji.
Rupaji, yeah.
Yeah, this shloka reminded me of the song written by Purandara Dasa.
Yeah.
It's Ambiga Naninna Nambide. All these things are spoken about in that song also, where one is asking God to help us to cross the river of life, and that a person's body is compared to the boat which has 9 holes in it. Like our body is also said to be the city or the house with 9 doors. And there are big whirlpools and big waves in that river. Like we have the difficult situations in our lives, and finally he asks God to take him to Vaikunta. That is towards liberation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could relate this shloka to that song.
Excellent, excellent. That word itself is also very nice. Vaikunta. We tend to imagine Vaikunta as a place somewhere, as a imaginary place. But what does Vaikunta means? Kunta. Kunta means what? You know, in Kannada, we call someone who's limping or who doesn't have a leg as a kunta. So kunta means what? It is indication of a certain lack, something that is missing. Kuntate. In Kannada, we use kuntate. So they lack something to indicate that kunta. Vaikunta means no lack.
No lack.
When is that? When you realize your completeness. When you become established in your own inherent completeness. It is not that you're going to gain something and become better, lose something and become lesser. You have to realize how you are that completeness. So that path is the path of Sri Krishna. The wisdom of Sri Krishna takes you to Vaikunta. Wonderful, Rupaji. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So see, it can also be connected to Rama Navami. That city of 9 doors. The city of 9 doors is this body. Navarandra.
Navami.
And how Rama lived life is again a wisdom in how you and I can live life, and while living life, to be totally at peace with life. Therefore, Rama is called as a Sthita Prajna, one who is firmly established in the truth and who is undisturbed by all the vagaries of life.
Ups and downs and changes. Yeah, otherwise there are changes, earthquakes, COVID, this, that, like all the things going around all the time. And the breaking news and like it's all there to scare everyone. Right? Yeah.
Yes, Arunji.
Good. So if there are no more questions, then we can move to the ending prayer. Rupaji or Shilpaji, one of you want to lead?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead me from untruth to truth, darkness to light, impermanence to permanence. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, that is complete. This is complete. From completeness comes completeness. When completeness is removed from completeness, what remains is complete. Om, peace, peace, peace. Nanu, nanimbudu, nanalla, ideha manabuddhi nanalla, Satchidanandatma Shivananunani Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. I'm Satchit Ananda Swarupi. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyakjyotihi, Parattaraha, Jyotirjyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atmajyoti, Shivosmyaham. I am the supreme light of awareness, illuminating the outer world of objects, inner world of thoughts, and deep sleep state. I am the divine light of the nature of auspiciousness, Shivaswarupi. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. Recognition of the self is recognition of the whole. Recognition of the whole is recognition of the truth. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may we all be protected. May we all be nourished. May we work together sharing our energies. May our intellect be sharpened. May we be friends forever. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhavet, Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may all be prosperous and happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is uplifting. May no one suffer. May there be well-being in all. May there be peace in all. May there be completeness in all. May there be auspiciousness in all. Om, peace, peace, peace. Lokaah samastaah sukhino bhavantu. Lokaah samastaah sukhino bhavantu. Lokaah samastaah sukhino bhavantu.
May all beings be happy, healthy, peace.
Yeah.
Hari Om.
Yeah. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rupaji. It was really nice.
Thank you, sir. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Thank you all.
Hari Om.
Thank you and Hari Om.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari Om.